just mentioned about once you've got it, you can see it for yourself. That applies to the whole of Epicurean philosophy. And where I see errors in neo-Epicurean perspectives is that they never got this to begin with. And so then everything else they say, they're losing the train of it somehow as they move from the physics to the ethics. Something happens where they're losing their grasp on it. But if you ever really get it clearly, it's like those pictures where, you have the vase or the woman's face. So once you've seen those two, it's not going to be confusing to you anymore. The same way with this philosophy, if you really get a full handle on it, it will reward you in that you will see where people are making mistakes, not just about the philosophy, but in thinking about life, which really is the philosophy. Even if they're not Epicureans, you'll see, this is where they're going wrong. So it's definitely worth our listeners' time to persist in this and really get convinced of the fundamentals, and then the rest is easy.
Can you expand on what you just said? I'm not sure I follow how the neo-Epicureans, what part of this do you think they're not getting, and how does that, I guess, lead them to some other conclusion? I'm not sure I follow what you were saying there.
So I think there are many examples, but one example would be how they can wind up thinking that there is an ideal social system that every individual should endorse. So if you start with the physics and start with matter and void, and you realize that there's no possibility of an absolute perspective, and that we apprehend objective reality through our senses. We apprehend reality subjectively, that we don't have any other way to apprehend reality, and that feelings are also part of this. If you keep that firmly in mind, you're not going to arrive at an idealist recommendation to people that they should always have one viewpoint or another. It would be silly.